Floyd Mayweather Jr. continues to tell the public that he just wants to give the fans what we want to see. Well, my first take about it is that Floyd knows better than that. He knows that I say what I mean and I mean what I say. And if anybody's backtracking, some would say that he's backtracked. Even if I did backtrack, which I don't believe that I do, at least I got a legitimate reason to. I work for somebody. I have to answer to somebody. That's ESPN. You want to call that a shame, then call most of the American public being shameful because they're employed by somebody else. Floyd is worth close to $500 million, if not more. But he's backtracked from time to time. So I'd ask him to look in the mirror in that regard, and I'll leave it at that in terms of that particular point of view.
But like I said before, there's no blueprint on how to beat Floyd Mayweather. And he can tell you that. You're going to have to take the whole room together. You're going to have to put the whole world in the ring to beat me. I'm the best.
Yo, yeah, so if he was pound for pound, Floyd was pound for pound. You or Floyd, who would have done that? Who would have won that?
Me.
Oh, shit, okay, I'm just asking.
Man.
Recently, Floyd Mayweather and Terence "Bud" Crawford sat down for a joint interview on a reputable news channel, where they were questioned about various topics, including their respective legacies, the state of boxing today, and the ultimate debate: who is the better fighter between the two? Both men, regarded as some of the greatest boxers of their respective eras, have never been shy about expressing confidence in their own skills.
Floyd was pound for pound before.
That would have been a hard fucking fight, though.
Man, me versus anybody, I'm gonna always say me.
Okay.
Come on now.
Mayweather, who has long referred to himself as the best ever, boasts an undefeated professional record of 50-0, having conquered multiple weight classes and dominating opponents with his elite defensive skills and ring IQ. On the other hand, Crawford, a 3-division world champion and the undisputed welterweight king, has been vocal about his belief that he could beat anyone he faces in the ring, including Mayweather. While Crawford has always shown immense respect for Mayweather, acknowledging him as an idol and a trailblazer in the sport, he has also made it clear that if they were to step into the ring in their primes, he would back himself to win. In previous interviews, Crawford confidently stated that there is no fighter he believes he couldn't defeat, regardless of their accomplishments or reputation. However, Mayweather, never one to back down from a challenge, even in retirement, quickly turned the discussion into something more tangible, telling Crawford directly, "Bud, you and I can get in there and settle it once and for all." This statement added fuel to an already intriguing debate about how a hypothetical matchup between them would play out.
Floyd. Congratulations, man.
Mayweather's argument for why he would win is rooted in the qualities that made him one of the greatest boxers of all time. His career was defined by his unmatched defensive ability, superior counterpunching skills, and an uncanny ability to control the pace of a fight. Many believe that if Mayweather and Crawford had met in their primes, Mayweather's tactical discipline, speed, and ability to adjust mid-fight would have given him the edge. Throughout his career, he neutralized aggressive fighters with his defensive genius and impeccable timing. He also proved his ability to dominate elite opponents, as seen in his 2013 fight against Canelo Alvarez, who at the time was a young, hungry champion with devastating knockout power. At just 23 years old, Canelo was undefeated and considered one of the sport's most dangerous fighters. However, Mayweather made him look ordinary, putting on a boxing masterclass that resulted in a lopsided decision victory, even though one judge controversially scored the fight a draw. Reflecting on that bout, Mayweather remarked,
"That should give the Mexicans something to cheer for. Right back is going to be hit by Floyd Mayweather. Look at the hand speed. Floyd, so he gets hit by one and he lands 5 since then."
Canelo was nothing. A cakewalk. Easy work. Y'all hyped him up, and I was almost 40 when I beat him. If he could do that to a fighter as skilled as Canelo, he argues, why would Crawford be any different? On the other side, Terence Crawford is not just any opponent. He is known for his switch-hitting ability, seamlessly transitioning between orthodox and southpaw stances to confuse his opponents. He possesses knockout power, supreme accuracy, and a killer instinct that allows him to finish fights when he senses an opening. Crawford's trainer, Brian "Bo-Mac" McIntyre, has always believed that Bud could defeat Mayweather in a head-to-head matchup. However, he acknowledges that their styles are very different. Look, Floyd is the smarter fighter, no doubt about that, but Bud has that dog in him. He's got the hunger, the grit, and the ability to adapt just like Floyd. If they were both in their primes, I'd still have to go with my guy Bud. Crawford himself, when asked how he would fare against Mayweather, remained firm in his belief. Me versus anybody, I back myself every time.
Floyd was pound for pound before.
That would have been a hard fucking fight, though.
Man, me versus anybody, I'm gonna always say me.
Okay.
Come on now.
Period. One of the key differences between the two fighters is their approach in the ring. Mayweather is a master of neutralizing an opponent's strengths and making them hesitant to engage, while Crawford is more aggressive and willing to exchange punches. The question remains, would Crawford's pressure and power be enough to break through Mayweather's impenetrable defense? While the Mayweather versus Crawford debate is captivating, the reality is that Crawford has a much more immediate and daunting challenge ahead. His upcoming super fight with Canelo Alvarez in September. Crawford has been vocal about wanting this fight for over a year, seeing it as the ultimate test of his abilities and an opportunity to silence any doubts about his greatness. Moving up 2 full weight classes to face Canelo at 168 pounds, Crawford will be stepping into uncharted territory against a naturally bigger and stronger opponent. Some boxing analysts believe that the size difference could be too much for Crawford to overcome.
I think a lot of Canelo fans, for some reason, they know that there's no excuse. If he loses to Bud, this is a huge mark on his resume. If he beats Bud, he does beat a very accomplished fighter in his era.
Canelo, a former light heavyweight champion, has fought and defeated significantly bigger opponents, while Crawford has never fought above 154 pounds. Many recall what happened when Amir Khan attempted a similar jump in weight to fight Canelo. He was brutally knocked out. Mayweather, who is no stranger to analyzing fighters, has shared his thoughts on this matchup as well. Despite previously calling Crawford the pound-for-pound best fighter in the world, he now advises against the fight, believing that Crawford should avoid the size disadvantage and instead focus on fighting him in an exhibition match. "If you can't get the Canelo fight, fight me," Mayweather said. That's a way bigger fight, and it makes way more sense. But for Crawford, the Canelo fight is not about money, it's about legacy. "I'm not going in there just looking to knock Canelo out," Crawford stated. But can it happen? Absolutely. People keep doubting me because of the size, but they forget that skill beats size every time. I believe in myself. Meanwhile, Mayweather continues his career in exhibition boxing, recently participating in a rematch with John Gotti III in Mexico City. The fight was more of a spectacle than a competitive bout, with Mayweather toying with his opponent while the crowd voiced their disappointment at the lack of real action. Unlike his more serious professional fights, Mayweather's exhibitions focus more on entertainment than competition.
Hey Floyd, what do you think about the fight, Crawford Mayweather? You said it's gonna be a good fight. Think the winner should get Canelo? Sir.
This ain't about him right now.
Despite his age, 47 years old, he remains active in the sport and has hinted at more exhibitions in the future, including a potential showdown with Crawford. "We just got a call about a 3-exhibition deal, and it's a crazy number. We don't know yet, but we'll see," Mayweather revealed. If Crawford were to take such a fight after his bout with Canelo, it would be a massive payday.
Welcome, one and all, to the MGM.
But he's got to connect so that you might land it.
He's making it look like an amateur, and this is a two-time world.
However, given his focus on real competition, it seems unlikely, at least for now. For now, a Mayweather versus Crawford fight remains purely hypothetical. Both men have solid arguments for why they would win, and fans will continue to debate who would have prevailed in their primes. Crawford, however, has a real challenge ahead of him, his showdown with Canelo Alvarez, a fight that will test his limits and potentially cement his legacy as one of the greatest to ever step into the ring. As for Mayweather, while his professional days are behind him, his presence in the boxing world remains as strong as ever. Whether it's through exhibition bouts, commentary, or simply engaging in debates about his legacy, one thing is certain: Floyd Mayweather will always be a central figure in any discussion about boxing greatness. And until he and Crawford ever share the ring, whether in a real fight or an exhibition, the question of who would win remains unanswered. Alright guys, for the best updates on boxing news, moments, events, and actions, subscribe to Knockout Updates and turn on notifications to never miss out on quality content, and check out our other videos. Until next time, peace out.